G'day viewers, welcome to TFU Friday, where I prove to you once more the world really is totally fucked up.
Hello.
That's a nice t-shirt.
Yeah, I know, it's a good t-shirt.
Yeah, you still can't sleep indoors, you're not sucking up enough.
Oh, okay. Can I sleep with the cats?
What? No, not again.
Can I sleep with the puppy dogs?
Definitely not.
The donkey likes it.
That's actually true. He's quite fond of you from what I've been able to see.
Yeah, the donkey's nice.
I'm still troubled.
Yeah.
Speaking of terrible things you tell me,
Mm-hmm.
remember your story that you used at the emergency ward? I tripped and I fell?
Yeah.
You say to them as they're giving you back the cucumber?
Yeah, I'm coming in.
Yeah, no. It still doesn't... Yeah, through the window. Why weren't you wearing pants? Why was there a condom on the cucumber?
Yeah, why was there two?
But you're not the only one who uses the I tripped and I fell in inappropriate situations.
Sometimes when I'm stupid around angry, I walk into a door.
Yeah, that's what the marks are, okay? They're all accidents. But one of the big news stories this week, the Italian cruise ship, which ran aground, it may turn out that the captain was acting inappropriately to run his ship aground next to an island. But where a lot of people are really starting to think he acted inappropriately is when he abandoned ship while there were still passengers and crew.
Hang on a second, Angry.
Yes?
He said early on when he was looking suave and in front of the prize, he said, I was the last one off the ship.
I believe, now I don't actually speak Italian, but I believe what the Coast Guard said in response to that translate loosely as, you lying pig-fucking horse-son lump of shit. It was something like that.
Then didn't they release a tape of the Coast Guard and the captain having a brief chat?
Yeah, and Italian's a very sort of spirited language, but the Coast Guard seemed really spirited.
Yeah.
And so he's recanted his story when there was like video evidence and stuff.
You really didn't need to translate to know that the Coast Guard was a little bit miffed.
And his excuse for getting on one of the lifeboats ahead of passengers and crew
100 passengers
was, I tripped and fell into the lifeboat.
We've all done that.
And apparently couldn't get up. Wasn't it the emergency beeper for old people? Help, I've fallen and can't get up.
Help, I've fallen.
Italian boat captains have one that says, help, I've fallen into a lifeboat and don't want to get up. It does not get much more fucked up than that. You know, it's generally speaking a horrible event that involves loss of life is not something I'm going to joke about. And it's not the crashing the boat. It's just this being the most totally fucked up captain in the world. Now this is just a choice I make to largely not make light of people dying. Personal choice. If you've seen how much people in public life have to cop flack for things they say and do, you'd think someone in public life might be even more careful. You'd think someone who keeps going on about how they should be running the government of a country really wouldn't make some stupid, fucked up, flippant comment about an event that involved people dying.
Right, you'd think that.
If you hadn't met Tony fucking Abbott.
Oh, yeah, don't. He's good.
Yes, the person who leads the opposition parties in Australia believes he should really be leading the country. Just wacky, off-the-cuff, humour-type moment on a radio show, because also he just seems to hate foreign people in boats. One of his big election planks is stopping illegal boat people coming to Australia.
Stop the boats!
When they reference this boat, he goes, "Ha! That was one boat that was stopped, wasn't it? Hey? Hey? Oh! Have the veal, I'm here all week." That's the sort of person I want leading the country.
Oh, tip your waitress. She likes it when you stick your fingers in her vagina.
Now, on the international front, one event that a lot of people wanted me to address was the website MegaUpload being mega off-taken the internet in an international action led by US authorities. People around the world have been arrested, including some of the key people were in New Zealand, apparently, including one person with the legal name of Kim.com. Personally, I think they should just be fucking arrested for thinking it was a good idea to change their name to that. But they've been arrested for fronting MegaUpload, and this freaked a lot of people out.
It'd be cool at a party, right? It'd be cool at a party because you'd go, hey, what's your name, Mr. Covering the Bald Spot with a Porsche? And you go, it's Kim.com. And then you'd go, oh, I'm going to take you out the back and burn you. And that would be cool at a party because you'd see a whole sort of, 20s, 30s clan rally without racism.
Yeah. Because, racism's wrong. Burning people you don't like because of their personality, that's right. That's based on their race or creed or country of birth, that's wrong.
Bad.
Just burn the people who actually deserve it. But, while the MegaUpload people are being figuratively burnt around the world, a lot of people were shocked by just the coincidence of it happening just after the quite successful protests against the copyright laws Super and Pipa. And in fact, I had some people saying that this was a revenge attack. Well, no, guys, think about it. International law enforcement operation takes months to plan. It was actually a coincidence. But it's still pause for thought. Without these laws, which give them much more powers, the US authorities have just gone to people outside of the US, we're going to shut down your website and arrest you. So, when they have more power, how much fun is that shit gonna be? Now, what's happened straight after is a sort of counterattack under the umbrella of the Anonymous group, which is always a weird thing to say because you can't actually define who and what Anonymous is. But a number of attacks on websites are some of the targets like the Warner Music Group, the Universal Music Group, some of the MPAA, also government websites, including the FBI. Now, kids, little tip. Doing this, an extremely serious crime. Look, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm not saying these people don't deserve to be attacked. I'm just saying if you took part in this, wow, grab your ankles and get ready, okay? Because after the last little foray where there were attacks on credit card companies because they were mean to WikiLeaks, I don't know how many dozen arrests they're up to in that case yet, but that was just upsetting credit card companies. This time, you've upset and embarrassed the actual US government.
And so then you get a scenario, and something I know very well, it's called the 5 cent, 50 cent rule. In Australia, the 5 cent coins are about, that big.
A little.
And the 50 cent coins are about, that big.
And they have jaggedy edges.
Jaggedy edges. And when you go into jail, your ass is 5 cents, and when you come out, it's 50 cents.
Yeah.
Okay, so just be a little bit cautious about who you cyber attack, because you'll be cyber smashing your teeth out.
Yeah, and the whole, I've got proxies and double blind firewalls, I'm super duper elite hacksaws. No, you're not.
No.
Okay, if you are, and because people say that to me, like on public forums like YouTube and elsewhere, they proclaim how protected they are. Well, dude, you just proclaimed in a completely non-obscured way that you did it, okay? You're not that smart. Okay, the people who actually do have protection never mention that they're doing it. And I got a little bit annoyed with some people who are going, woo, yeah, Anonymous, go. Well, you know, you can applaud what they're doing, but this time, apart from just tricking noobs into going, oh, no, put this on your computer and run it, and you'll never get caught. A couple dozen of them have been so far. This time, there's been reports it's actually gone further. And if you go to any of the anonymous sites or chats, be really careful what link you click on, because apparently there's been reported one of the things they've done now is if you click the link without you even agreeing to it or knowing what happens, it installs their denial of service tool known as the low orbit ion cannon on your computer and starts executing a denial of service attack from your computer. So even without you actually agreeing to do something dumb, you're involved in something really, really illegal. Oh, and if we haven't freaked you out enough, and if we haven't sounded paranoid enough, the other recent law, which was signed by the US President, I think the initials for that one are NDAA, it's the indefinite detention without trial or access to talkies to anyone. That bill specifically lists cyber terrorism, and the US government has specifically listed the anonymous group as cyber terrorists.
Which, by the way, please understand that I mean no respect to Anonymous, disrespect to Anonymous at all, ever, because I really like my house.
We know some people that means from personal experience.
And my bank account's got nothing in it, so
Yeah.
don't worry about that.
And I'm going to round off with another viewer-provided story, which got me with the headline where it talked about a 36-year-old virgin who nevertheless he has 14 children. You wonder how that's possible, and then you read about the delightfully named Trent Arsenault, who what?
Nothing's good.
Oh, you were reading this. Oh, okay, yeah. Why do I think it's like your dream job, isn't it? Trent Arsenault has what he describes as a free sperm bank. What you would describe as Saturday at the mall.
Well, I'm thinking open source.
I don't think most people look on that favourably. I'm just going, and our man Trent did get hassled by the authorities in the US. They were talking about, stop it. Okay.
But don't you get it? It's open source. It's man source.
And it's out in the open.
And it's open. You can have it. Do you want some? Do you want some? Oh, you can't have it because you can't get babies off a man. Duh.
And that is the only reason I would say no, really. So, if your role models are 36-year-old virgins and AIDSy, by all means, go and open a free sperm bank.
Free sperm bank, free sperm bank, open source spam, open source man source. From Aussie.
Angry, I got this idea for a totally fucked up video.
Okay, what is it?
There was a story I saw on the internet the other day about a mother just raping her own daughter for sex education.
So, a mother raped her own daughter.
Yes.
And, right. Look, I agree that is a totally fucked up story, but you want to think for it? Do you think I want to be perceived to be adding to someone's pain by making jokes about child sexual abuse?
Oh.
No, really, ask me the question.
Well, is it okay with?
No, Matt! No! I don't want to do that!